Heyo, welcome back, y'all. Catch up on chat quickly. Um, Flying on keyboard in No Man's Sky. Violet is currently playing Kane to answer your question because I know she probably wouldn't like to self-promote. She was last playing Dark Souls 2 yesterday as an April Fool's joke, but she's playing Ocarina of Time, Legend of Zelda. That is what Violet is up to mainly these days. Alright. Anyway, continuing on with Deadly Premonition.
Welcome back, everyone.
Thomas. Agent Morgan, it's past 2100. Let's meet up again at the community center tomorrow. I haven't been sleeping much since this all started, to be honest. I'm exhausted.
I was just about to suggest.
I highly recommend it. Highly
I'll
recommend
make
it.
arrangements for people to gather between
Violet
1500 and
has an
1700.
excellent stream.
I'll try and get as many people as I can to come, so don't be late. Okay? Don't be late.
I'll be there.
The community center's on the south side. I've marked it on your map.
Thanks, Thomas.
Well then, see you tomorrow.
What is he saying there? I better get something to eat. We're okay for the moment. Well, someone's first time playing Souls is always pretty unique. Twitch bunked. See. Oh. Thankfully everything is okay on my end. No drop frames or anything, so. I always do just like to keep an eye on that. Okay.
Speaking of 80s movies, one jewel in the rough springs to mind. Deadly Spawn. Do you remember that one, Zach?
Deadly
Back in
Spawn.
'83, directed by Douglas McCown. Right, it was filmed pretty cheap, but still it was pretty good. The monster design with the mouth crammed full of teeth, I loved it. So many delicious B-movie cliches. Did you know that they made a sequel? But I never got to see the sequel. The rental store didn't have it for some reason. They said the staff for the sequel was totally different from the original. Wonder how the sequel turned out. You know, the monster in that one responded to sound.
Wait, Zach. Sounds a lot like the movie
Cries in Hollow.
I think that one was back in '89, directed by Ron Underwood. Now that was a great role for Kevin Bacon. Masterpiece.
Zach, that one had sequels like crazy. I remember there was a fourth one. I've only seen the first one, though.
The last big long stream I did like this was the start of the year, and it was Bloodborne. And it was New Game Plus on Bloodborne, and I ended up doing the DLC because I would have beaten Bloodborne in around 12 hours. I wasn't particularly trying to speedrun or anything. What time is it? Yeah, okay, so it's night time, so we don't want to go fucking around at night, because dodgy things happen. I need to go to the hotel, really, which is freaking miles away. I can't, of course, do anything useful like put a marker on the map. But hang on, let's just get out of it. Where am I again? So what is my best way? What if I went... No, that goes up to the park. Fuck, although some of them bones are just... no, we're not getting them now. Tactics in my time of Porsche, having to break and take notes. The menu is good. The map is atrocious, unfortunately. Actually, what's the... That map there would be fine, except it doesn't tell me where I am. I'm kind of down there, just above select where the lake is, so... Yeah, I see my way now. We can head straight up and... Okay. We'll be alright. We'll get to where we need to get to. Jesus. Tomorrow is the perfect time actually to go and get the bones, because we have to kill time until 3 PM anyway. The servers are down. Is that the that's the Square the Squenix looter shooter game, is it? I know people were asking me to potentially play that. I might see it as a Feco stream or something
Ward was in it.
at some point.
You say Fred Ward, and I say Remo Williams, The Adventure Begins. That one was back in '85, I think. Directed by Guy Hamilton. Guess Hamilton was aiming to start a series like 007, but it had no sequels. A real shame. Do you remember the martial arts they used in that film? Called Sinanju? The ultimate in martial arts, using no weapons at all. Remo's master Chun ran across water, remember? And he loved soap operas. Man, that was a good character. He was played by Joel Grey, the best
Wonder is
supporting
this
actor
open?
in Cabaret. Of course, in
No.
Remo, he had so much makeup on you couldn't tell.
Okay, just a little ding into a tree. Nothing to worry about. First 10 minutes were fun. We'll see. I believe it went straight into Game Pass as well, did it? Or am I imagining that? It might have. Word on the street is that Microsoft and Square are getting quite comfortable with each other. They're doing a lot more business dealings than they used to. I believe all the Final Fantasies are due to go into Game Pass, which is great. It's brilliant to have them there. I own them all anyway, so it doesn't really make a difference. But it's great to have more people trying them because they're available on the service. So you don't want to be out and about at night. Things get weird.
Now, Joel Gray's daughter is, of course... That's right, Jennifer Grey. You knew that, right, Zach?
Jennifer Grey. She's in one of my most favorite movies, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. 1986, directed by John Hughes. Huh, that one
You're
was so
just here
80s.
dropping facts on us about the 80s
Zach,
movies.
you're not the most cheerful guy I know. But you really do like those cheerful movies.
We used to love those teenage movies back then, didn't we? Breakfast Club and Pretty in Pink, St. Elmo's Fire, and Fast Times at Ridgemont High. That last one was in 1982, directed by Amy Heckerling. Now that was an impressive film. You've got Sean Penn in the lead, with Jennifer Jason Leigh and Phoebe Cates, not to mention Nicolas Cage and Forrest Whitaker were in it too.
That's a
And
pretty
the
stacked
original
lineup.
book and the script were written by Cameron Crowe. How could that not be a great film?
Do you remember, Zach?
When that movie ended, the last words, the end, was from an arcade game. That's right, it was from Missile Command. That stuck in my head for a while. The memories. I feel like I have a lot of movies to catch up on. Let's just hope we can get to the end of this case soon. Then maybe we can catch up on a few.
Give some thought about what movie you want to see next, Zach.
Boom. You forgot to get FF12, oh no. I actually got a, I picked it up physically, I got it cheap, it
Zach,
was just
is
on
there
a sale or
something here that
something.
you want to check out? We need to be at the community center by 1500 today. Just think of talking in front of all those people. What do you think, Zach? It's going to get fun.
It is, but it's 9 o'clock at night, so 3 o'clock the next day is fine.
Oh, hi.
Let me see what you got. Do you have that? She does sell an extra suit sometime unless I'm losing my mind, but obviously not yet. So we're gonna hunker down for the night. And imagine if you had this in real life. Where it's kind of like, yes, I'm just gonna sleep for this long. That's it. That'd be phenomenal. Sadly, it doesn't work that way. Yes, I need food, I know. I have a lollipop on me. It isn't going to do much, but it should stop me from starving. We should have something in our toolbox that we can eat. Pickles, donuts, eggs. I know we have 25 lollipops. We'll get the salmon and we'll just buy shit. Leave it there. We'll buy some shit from vending machines or something to deal with the rest of our hunger. Actually, Polly has stuff. Yeah, we'll get stuff from Polly. Instant fall asleep. Yeah, I always thought of it when I seen the Borg regeneration stuff as well. That'd be kind of something like that would be very handy. Starting to get dirty. Okay, so let's go back to our. Oh, this needs 2 more hours. We'll go back to our original suit. We'll send this for cleaning. How's our beard coming along? It's growing in a bit. Little details like that are phenomenal in the game. The way he grows a beard, you can shave it off. It's just so many weird and wonderful little systems built into the game. Let's not buy from the vending machine then, we'll buy from Polly. Because they only have small snacks.
Oh, hi.
She should have something fairly substantial. Oh, she doesn't. So her inventory must expand quite a bit then later in the game. It's interesting, but for the moment, donuts, I guess. Always save, never shave. Can't carry any more of that. Okay, so I guess we're buying our donuts 2 at a time. Ah, my hunger meter is nearly there.
Hi.
So it's interesting, like it is there as a mechanic, but it's very rarely an issue. We are going to do our little bit of side content that I said we would do. Now I think I figure now is the best time to do it. There we go. And we've a spare donut in case we ever need it. So we're going to go bone hunting. Nope, not that one. Let's see if we can get a different one with more fuel. Or do all these have the same? I don't remember. No, this one's good. Sweet. Okay, let's look at the map and figure out where we're going. So on the map, you may have noticed these little things, bones, around the place. There's a number of them. We want to get them all. And what you get for doing that is you get infinite magnum, which is very good for some of the spongier enemies later in the game. Okay, so there's one there. I think all the rest are off away. I'll look around and confirm, but I think all the rest are off the other side of the map then. So there's only kind of really the one over here. So let's go get that one. So we want to go up to there, down to there, into there. I don't think that joins out to there, but we'll keep an eye. Hang on, where in the fuck? No, that's the hospital. Where am I? Ah, I'm here. Nah, there's no point going down there, so yeah, we'll just spin up, down, and around. Cool, cool, cool. So I don't think there's that many bones. I think there's 6 of them. Will take us a while plodding around to get them though. As I say, overall though, it's one of those things that is definitely worth it.
I've been thinking about what movie I'd like to watch next, and finally I've made a decision.
It's always hard to narrow it down just to one movie, but I've put a lot of thought into this, and I'm sure you'll agree with me.
Zoom, zoom.
1975. Directed by Steven Spielberg himself. The grandfather of panic movies. Set in a small town in Massachusetts. That movie made me stay away from the beach for years.
Jaws.
I was
It's
afraid
Jaws.
that might come floating up. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah? It's Jaws. The underwater camera work, accompanied by that John Williams music. I'd never been that scared by a movie before. But the best thing about it is that it isn't just another panic movie. The mayor who won't close the beach even when there are so many victims. And Chief Brody putting the citizens' lives above all else. The film gave a lot of time to the dispute and friction between them. It certainly had a lot of messages for a 2-hour film. That's probably another reason why it was such a record-breaking hit. One of my regrets in life is that I didn't see it at the movie theater. I guess I was still just a child back then. But still, I wanted to taste that terror in real time.
That reminds me, Zach. Did you know this one?
Jaws also appears in another movie that was produced by Spielberg, the second Back to the Future. It was directed by Robert Zemeckis, who later made Forrest Gump. That's also a masterpiece, of course, but we'll discuss that another time. So, the scene where Jaws appears is right after Marty McFly goes 30 years into the future. He passes by a movie theater and is attacked by a holographic shark. Marty is shocked, of course, but looking closer, he sees the words, Jaws Part 19. The director is credited as Steven Spielberg Jr. In reality, there were actually only 4 Jaws movies. It was still a great
That's
joke.
funny.
30 years from 1985 would be 2015. We'll be there pretty soon.
I wonder what life would be like by then, Zach.
God, it's funny to hear them talking about 2015 as being in the future.
A human bone? This doesn't look related to the case, but shouldn't I let someone know?
Human bone? Pokemon Snap, is it? Never gotten super big into my Pokemon games. I've played a few of them. I was actually getting into Pokemon Sword, which I do own, and as a kind of travel game for when I was working. When I was working, when I was traveling for work. But traveling for work kind of became a thing that didn't happen anymore. Okay, let's figure out where we're going to go next. So we're definitely going over to this part of town. I figure we can go up by the gas station and top up our fuel and get our car repaired anyway. We'll want that. No, that's the milk barn. There's the gas station. And we want to go up here. There'll be one. There's a second. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3. That'll take us up to there. There's 4. Should be one more, I thought. There it is. Okay, that'll be the last one. Right, so I kind of know where I'm going, I think. Kind of have to be open to it. I don't mind it at all, Morph. I just see it as like I see it for what it is, a JRPG. I like those. I feel I don't put the same weight on it as some people. It's just not as important to me. Wasn't a franchise for me growing up. But they're very well made games and they're fun. And that's, you know, 2 very big boxes checked. Alright, we're zooming. It's 20 minutes or 2 hours a day. Yeah, you see, it was a game, like, I started into it and had made some progress. So I kind of come to the first open green area and I was just messing around there, playing some, or just catching various bits and bobs. So I didn't get super far, but I had started it, and it was a game that I was going to dip in and out of when I was travelling in work. And I was going to start Final Fantasy III
Zach, if you notice anything, just stop.
as well. I do like to have something to swap out with the older Final Fantasies, because sometimes they can just be hard going. But I'm prejudging 3 based on 1 and 2 because I just haven't played it. Closed? No. That's a freaking problem. They look open. They should be open. I would have thought. Hang on. Closed. Maybe they open at 10 AM. 6 minutes. We can give it the 6 minutes of in-game time. Can we? Eh. It's taken by relatively quickly. 4 is the oldest I've done. Yeah, I've done 1 and 2. I haven't done 3 and 4. 5 and 6 I have on the PS3. But even that's something that's up in the air at the moment now. So 5 and 6 I will stream. 3 and 4 I don't have a good way to stream. But maybe when I get maybe when I eventually get a proper PC, I might be able to. If they're on Steam or something. Or there's always the dark arts of emulation, I suppose. I don't have a problem with emulating where a game isn't readily available. I think if someone doesn't make a game available, that's on them. If I could buy them, I will. I'm happy to support artists and developers and all that, but when people are being awkward, like, I don't understand why Square haven't released a 1 to 6 collection for PlayStation, Xbox, Switch. something that just should exist. Fuck it, even if they sold them individually. I don't mind. The Vita is the only thing I can currently get them on. There we go. It was 10 AM. That's worth waiting for. Important to get our car fixed up for what we're going doing.
You from out of town? I ain't seen you here before.
It just
I'm Francis
annoys
York
me.
Morgan, FBI Special Agent. I'm investigating the death of Anna Graham.
Do you have any info on Anna or any suspicious individuals?
I ain't got nothing to tell the cops.
What about the FBI?
Shut up.
At least give me your name.
I'm Jack. They call me Raging Bull.
That's a manly nickname.
Shut it. If you're a customer, act like one and shut the mouth. Huh?
Yeah, at least Nintendo gave a year when they were shutting down the Wii shop and kind of did a decent job about publicizing it. Microsoft are taking a whole different approach. Sony just kind of went 3 months and were pretty quiet about it. Microsoft have probably as an excuse to take a pop at Sony have said that game preservation is something they believe in, and that pretty much anything they do from now on will be backwards compatible, and if a game is available, it'll be available on all systems forward. I think Sony are getting there with that as well because they have to an extent, but the amount of things that are lost through the PS3 and the Vita shop closing is immense. Like, there's so many things that just aren't available anywhere else. I definitely have a shopping list that I'm putting together to go on a thing. I got definitely got a hard drive for the PS3 specifically just to dump a load of games on it. They would make so much money, Gecko. I don't understand these. I don't understand the whole, like... Well, Sony believed that that they're... Didn't one of their guys come out and say something like, why would anyone play old games? Or something to that effect. I think he pretty much said so. I think he said something pretty derogatory as well. They look like shit or something. Roku! How are you? Thank you for 7 months, Roku. Just got up. We've been going a while here. We've a while to go yet. Oh shit! Roku, you played Sonic Adventure 2 and I missed it! How did you find it? Tell me everything. Tell me everything. You beat the Dark Story hero side next. Oh cool. Interesting that you went with the Dark Story first. I told you it was. Like, I picked that game for Roku to stream and he instantly for some reason thought I was trolling him, but I'm like, no, it's good, I promise. I swear. No, Sonic Adventure 2 is a lot of fun. So we're bone collecting at the moment. This is a little side thing, but it's one of the few side bits that I'm going to do because it's just very worthwhile. Of course, there's obviously a bone in the graveyard. Just fell off them for an hour.
Zach, is there something
When?
here that you want to check out? We need to be at the community center by 1500 today. Just think of talking in front of all those people.
When did you stream this,
Thanks, Zach.
Roku?
It's going to get fun.
Was it this morning for me, or last night for you? I guess it must have been because, yeah, I didn't have to get up for work today, so I had to go to a nice lie-in for myself. Around your usual time, and today, yeah, I was just sleeping. I didn't have work, so I was just asleep for once. Because if I'm in work, I normally throw on a few lurks. I might be quiet and not the most active, but I would have seen it. I would have noticed. I definitely would have noticed that. I'm glad you're enjoying it though. I'd say Sonic Adventure 1 is a little rougher around the edges, but it's also worth going back and checking out if you do like it. And Sonic Hero, Sonic Heroes isn't easily available, I think. Try do some stuff with the chows. The chows can be fun. There's a lot. If you go, that game will take you like a long ass time if you go for like a full emblem run. You need to do stuff with the chows, you need to beat time requirements in every level. Just looks very dated now. I'd imagine it would, yeah. That's to be expected really, isn't it? A bone?
A human bone? This doesn't look related to the case, but shouldn't I let someone know?
Yeah, they're not the worst. If you, the time requirements seem intimidating, as I recall, but if you play a level a few times in a row and get to know it and you're focused on going fast, it's generally pretty okay. I don't remember. I did like fully 100% complete those games, unsurprisingly, perhaps. Back in the day. But no, I'm glad you're having a good time with it. 'Cause that's what's important at the end of the day. Having fun. Okay, so I want to zoom out to here and get that bone. Are there any down here? Nope. Zoom out and get that one. That's the only one we need that way, and then we can go back up this way. There's more. Okay. So she's well aware, Gecko, she's well aware. She never misses a Deadly Premonition stream. Never misses one. Thank fuck we're through that. I need to stop smashing my car up so much. Otherwise we're gonna end up on foot before long. That's the question on everyone's mind, Murph. How is Francis Pork Morgan? Her number one pig boy. Oh shit, I need to go up and around to there. Okay. Look at the train, just randomly there. Ah. Okay, so I must need to go up here, turn in here. I never remember where these damn bones are. Always cause me hassle. And I always get them too. Got killed by piggies. Emperor Porcatine. It's not as good as Francis Pork Morgan Spitfire. Just admit it. I think it's good, but it's not as good.
Bone?
The only solution is to get two
This
bigs.
doesn't look related to the case, but shouldn't I let someone know?
That's the compromise solution. Okay, I need to drive this thing a bit more carefully, but I think I'm fucked because of the analog drift I have. I do think I'm screwed. I think my car will take too much damage. Try be a bit more careful though.
No, nothing. Just my imagination.
Okay. Well, we made it out. What the fuck is going on? Did you all see that? The fucking deer? I don't think I've ever seen that before. Like I said, something new every playthrough. When did this come out again? 2010. 2010. Jem, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're having a good day. Are you off today as well, Jem? Do you get the Easters as a break? Okay, we did. Take some damage there, but not so much. And again, be alright. We just need to be careful-ish. It's not being careful. You are. Very good, Jam. Hope you're enjoying the day off. Deer everywhere. It was the way it reared up though, because I just kind of seen it and I was like, what the hell?
A human bone? This doesn't look related to the case, but shouldn't I let someone know?
Human bone? This was a quest I actually did by accident the first time I played the game, because I was like, what's the deal with all these bones on the map? Okay, so we have to go all the way through, right the way, boom, 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 to there for our next one. Do you believe? Just try to keep the car in one piece, so we can get it repaired after we get that one, probably. Stop.
No, nothing.
Come on.
Just my
come on,
imagination.
Okay. My slightly more careful driving has been paying off, at least. Just smashing through as fast as we can was too damaging. Nice and handy, we're almost out onto the road. There we go. Yeah, that's 69% fuel. 68. Boo. It was nice for a moment. So, earlier in the game you're not able to go in and get this bone in here, I do remember that. This area is locked off, I think, until you visit the crime scene. She's here. There's our bone. Detective stuff. Yep. Well, this is a, like, people have described this game in different ways. I'd describe it as a murder
human
mystery
bone?
at its
This
core.
doesn't look related to the case, but shouldn't I let someone know?
So the detective stuff is kind of the main thing in the game, I feel. So let's see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shit, don't I need 2 more bones? Thought I just needed 1 more. Take a look at the map. God, this map. It's not the best of maps. Not the best of maps. Okay, so we're here. We're going to be zooming back down out this way. What if I went up there? There's one. Okay, I know that one is there though. So I guess there should be one more somewhere. There. Okay, where is that near? The bar. And the shop. Okay. Good, good, good. I know where I'm going. I kind of, maybe. Or do I? We're going down here. I'm actually going to go up here and get this one. We'll zoom in. I believe we can zoom in through there. Get that one. Can pop back out here and make our way back to town. Yeah, sure it'll be fine. Again, thanks for the lurk. Appreciate you. Okay, I want to take it nice and easy down these hills because the car tends to pick up speed on its own and then lose control. Take it nice and easy. I don't want to damage my car too much because it's at 40% health already, I guess health for lack of a better term. I think this is the only bit we'll be doing like this in the game. Again, it's totally optional, but just gives us an item that's very helpful. Okay, so we're zooming to the right here. Going to the lumber mill. We should be able to poke out beyond it and get there's a bone there. Then the other one is down near the milk barn, so I know where that is as well. That'll be it. We'll have done all our boning then for the day. That little area down there. Might be where we're going, actually. Let me in. Definitely don't want to do a race. Car's being held together by not a whole lot. Oh god, did I want to go that way? No. This way. Oh cool, that must be a fishing spot. I don't think I've ever used that one. Interesting. So what I'm hoping for is there be a way here, and there is.
No, nothing. Just my imagination.
Jesus. Analog drift is killing me. As I said, it's normally not a problem, but for the driving controls in this game are just extra sensitive. Nearly there, nearly there, nearly there. Okay, I think I'll make it back to the garage just about from here. What are those cash sounds? There's little things lying around that give you money. They're like little medals. So we're driving over them.
Zach, is there something here that you want to check out? We need to be at the community center by 1500 today.
And they give us money.
Think of talking in front of all those people.
Hey,
What do you
doggo.
think, Zach? It's going to get fun.
So the dogs are another kind of visual clue that there's a bone around. That's the skull. Okay,
A human bone?
one bone left.
This doesn't look related to the case, but shouldn't I let someone know?
Sweet coffee. Okay, it's there. I was gonna say, where the fuck did my car go? Sweet, sweet coffee. You gotta have your coffee. So let's see. Let's look at our map. That's relatively short hop back to there. We can get... Hang on, from where we pop out. We're probably best going... Oh no, that's gonna be... No, actually, yeah, let's go that way. Okay. Can make it... Ooh, our fuel is 34%. So even if I keep my car alive, I might might run out of fuel, or we might be okay. It's going to be tight. Whether or not I keep this car alive. I'll do my best. It's not the end of the world if we lose it, it's just inconvenient. Okay, well we're back onto the road now. So that is good. It's 11 PM. Jem, I'm doing this game in one sitting, so we're 5 hours in. I have a long way to go. I'm not sure how long it's gonna take, but probably the magnitude of 20 hours. All in. Might be 18, it might be 25. I could have done without that. This is going to be a long stream. And it's only 10 PM here. But yeah, big long ass stream. I don't think I've ever had a car as fucked as this in the game. It'll be satisfying to save it if we manage it. Oh, you were talking about yourself getting coffee? That makes sense. Makes way more sense. I would have coffee as late as that sometimes though. So I tend to stay up till 4 or 5 AM anyway. Which is... I don't know. I'm gonna say a habit I need to get out of, but I get up at 9 AM fairly regularly anyway doing that, so I guess it doesn't matter too much. Car's making weird noises now at this point. I think we're going to be okay, you know. I think we're going to save this beat up cup car. We'll make it out alive. Josias, how are you? Evening, officer. Ooh. I've never heard those noises out of cars in this game before. I guess that's a second new thing we've discovered on this playthrough. Woo! We made it. Alright, alright, alright. Now we have to listen to her and her pump it. Hey there. Fill her up. Let me know if you want me to pump it. Oh, we'll have to get the car wash for the repair as well. Okay, car repaired, car refueled. Boom, one bone left. I didn't know. I wasn't sure that we'd make it out of that alive, but we did. We got there. Okay, so next up is we're going to the milk barn, which is down here. I want to pop in there anyway, see if they're selling any suits, because I do like to have a selection of suits. It's very important. I don't remember whether they do or not. Frickin' maniac pulled out in front of me. Hang on, what? Are you idiots? No, they're open. Say, are they closed? Are you familiar with this masterpiece of a game, Josias?
So, you're the talk of the town.
Oh boy.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please call me York. That's what everyone always calls me.
It's heavily inspired by Twin Peaks.
Pleasure meeting you, York. Sure is a big scar. It's bigger than I thought it would be.
So, Keith.
It's a kind of murder mystery type thing.
Huh?
It's
Sure,
pretty good.
fire away, man.
A lot of fun. One of my favorite games, actually.
Yeah, of course, man. Poor little Anna. She was such a nice girl. I mean, what kind of sicko would do that to her?
Well, I'm here to catch that sicko. Listen, even the smallest piece of information might be useful to me. If there's anything you noticed or want to let me know, contact me.
Okay, will do, bro. You got my cooperation, FBI.
Another thing, I'll be frequenting your store during my stay here, so I'll see you around.
Sure thing, bro. We got what you need, so drop in anytime. Hey, bro.
Okay. Hey, FBI. Wanna browse at the merchandise, man? You got enough rockin' stuff here, just like a shop in the city. Sure you'll find what you want. Check it out. Heard that you have everything here, is that true? Of course, oh yeah. I tend to forget what we got. Always get in trouble because my list isn't all that it's supposed to be. For any reason you don't like my list, I'm cool, I'm cool. You could always ask Lily, her list is always perfect. Okay. So it's actually telling me there that this guy doesn't tell you everything that's in the shop. We should talk to the other one. Sounds fancy. It's good. It's an older game. It's a kind of how could I put it? It has its little quirks, but I love it overall. It's phenomenal. For me, anyway.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
Oh yeah, I play it every year. I play it once a year.
Lily Ingram. My husband owns a convenience store, and we have 2 sons. I like to think that I'm just a regular wife in a regular family. Aside from the point that our sons were the first witnesses to the crime scene.
You seem pretty calm considering their involvement in such a big murder case.
You think so? I'm glad to hear that. Anyway, if I looked all bleak and gloomy, I think it would hurt our business. Agent Morgan, about that scar.
Lily, please don't call me that. Call me York if you can. People have been calling me York for a long time.
You're a silly one.
No, not at all. I'm just a regular special agent. So what were you about to say, Lily?
Huh?
About my scar?
I'm sorry. I seem to have forgotten.
She's dodgy,
Because you
you
said
reckon?
something silly.
I see. Well, if you remember anything important, just let me know.
I will.
I'll probably be making use of your store during my stay here, so I'll see you from time to time.
Okay, I'll see you soon then.
I want to make use of the store now.
Hi there.
We do get our supplies from the city, so we should have what you need. Just the right size. Glad then. Can't find what you want with quiche, please come and ask me. He only tends to remember the things he likes himself. So there's some stuff he'll probably forget to offer you. Then why don't you look after the store? I couldn't do that, he owns the place. Wouldn't do him any good to rely on me all the time either. Shouldn't do anything to destroy the confidence of those you love. Right, hun? You're a very understanding woman. Anyway, Keith works better when he's confident. When he works well, that lightens the load on me. I see. It's a clever strategy. I wouldn't have the patience to carry out that strategy. Now, stop being silly. Well, did you want to buy something? I can show you what we got. Yes. Show me. A sickle? Whoa. Okay, let's look and see. I'm in the suit game though. Country ham. No suits. Regular special agent. Indeed. Exactly, Violet. Exactly. Just a regular old special agent. Okay, so that little detour was just to see if I could buy any extra suits. I apparently cannot. So we're all about the fashion here. We're gonna hop down and get our last bone, and then we're done with them bones. Then we're actually going to come to my favourite bit of the entire game. The bit where I knew for sure that I was 100% in love with this game. Okay, so we can just zoom down there and get that. That should be pretty easy, actually.
No, nothing. Just my imagination.
So we'll need to wait till 3 PM, so we'll probably have a little nap or something to move the time along. There are maniacs on the road, maniacs! Is it a linear story? It is, yeah. It's a pretty linear story. Like, this is side stuff I'm doing now, but it does have an open. There's an absolute fuck ton of side stuff as well. But one of the impressive things about it is it has a living town.
Human bone?
People will have
This doesn't look
routines. They
related to the
will
case,
go
but
home at night. They will go
shouldn't
to
I
the
let
bar.
someone know?
They will go to work during the day. It's really got a lot of clever things going on in it. So people move around and they physically move around on the map, and you can actually see them driving sometimes from place to place. It's quite funny actually. If I can get to this town meeting at 3 PM, depending on the timing of it, but if we get there a little before it, you see everyone in the town just up and drive to this town meeting. That's pretty kind of funny. Been playing. Yeah, I know Valheim.
Zach, we can take a rest if you're tired.
I do know Valheim. I haven't played it myself. It's I'm not sure it's my thing. I tend not to be mad about crafting games. But yeah, I know a lot of people have been playing it and having fun with it. The same. Like, don't get me wrong, they can be good. I played Subnautica recently, and that was pretty good, even though it's primarily a crafting game. But the exploration in Subnautica was also very, very, very cool. Yikes, where am I? Oh god, hang on, what did I do? Okay, oh, I'm way up at the gallery, yikes. So we zoom back around that way. Way down there. That's the hotel. What if I just went to the town centre though? Can I like... There's probably somewhere to sleep nearby. Like a shed or something. There actually really isn't. Huh. Actually, there's something there. Let's go up there, have a nap, and... Well, no, actually, no. We're just gonna zoom to the... Fuck it, we'll just go to the hotel. It'll be the easiest. You loved it, Spark. Appreciate the lurk. Don't spoil yourself. Get the hell out of here. I know Spark has interest in playing this game himself, so... Those pretty mountains. Okay, so we'll zoom back to the hotel, have a nap, and we will be good. We'll be good to go.
No, nothing. Just my imagination.
But thanks for shouting out Spark as well. Spark is Spark streams in what's the middle of the night for me, but wonderful friendly streamer, very engaging, very supportive of a lot of people around Twitch as well. Nearly there. The cars in this game are shit. This thing is struggling going up a hill. That's why I'll probably do one or two of the side quests to improve the cars. Time for you to... Jem, have a good night. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. Sleep well. Glad I didn't drink that coffee. Yeah, for sure. Though I was saying that coffee takes a few hours to kick in, so it'd actually kick in a couple hours from now. You'd probably like just suddenly wake up and be like, what? Why do I feel so alert after only even slept for a couple of hours? There's a delay on the coffee kicking in. Frankie's ears perked at that whistling. Give Frankie all the pets. Frankie needs all the pets. Dogs can be funny like that, though. I know my folks' dog, old dog that they used to have, used to love watching TV. You turn on the TV, he'd hear it going on, and he'd mosey over from wherever he was and plonk himself down in front of it and just look at it. Stories from the family farm. Yeah, it was a kind of a... He was an outside dog until he was kind of older, and then kind of became more of an inside dog later.
Oh, hi.
Show me what you got. Nothing I want or need yet. We're gonna take a wee nap and then we're gonna... That's to just manipulate the time system because we have to go to... We're doing a meeting. You have to do your meetings at certain times. Check her suit as well. It's always brand new, no problem. Good, good, good. So... If I sleep for 6 hours, that's actually too long, so we'll sleep for 3. We will buy 2 donuts again. We'll eat one and keep one. Oh shit, she's not there. So I wonder where Polly is. Wandered off to... We'll look at the map out of curiosity. I don't see her. Oh well. Doesn't matter. She's around somewhere, I'm sure. Oh, I know where she is. She's gone to the meeting. Or on her way to the meeting. Watch this. Oh, there she is. She's driving to it. So this is what I was saying about the characters moving around. So we can see all these people here. There's Emily. There's Thomas. It's probably George's. No, that's Harry and Michael. So yeah, so they're all zooming up towards the meeting. And I like that. So they're all making their way. They're all making their way there. As shall we. You can see that's Fiona, and that's probably Usa from the hospital, yep. So everyone on the map is on the move. We'll try to get there pretty quickly as well, so we can hopefully see some of that, because I think it's a really cool feature about the game, the way people go to work and people go to the bar at night and people do things like it's interesting. You can even cotton on to certain little trades like characters visiting each other at night time and things like that. So it's got like intricate little details that are very interesting.
If you notice anything, just stop me.
I find them interesting anyway. So I think that's going to be Polly in front of us. Maybe. Nope. Well, we'll get to where we're going as quickly as we can anyway. Yeah, there's Polly in front of us now, is here. We're making ground. She's gone that way. Let's follow her and assume that she knows where she's going. God damn it. Oh, you asshole. There's Fiona, yeah, so it's kinda... You see everyone making their way to the meeting and stuff like that. So suspect means it's people we haven't met yet. Yeah, look at the little motorcade, everyone heading up for the meeting. Like, I think details like that are cool. But that whole system operates on a kind of finer basis as well. Gina, there's George ahead of us. Sign off, weathers. Oh, cool. Thanks for stopping in, Josias. You have a good one. You have a good one. It's okay. This is going to be a long ass stream. So you need to wait till 1500. But let's just stay and look at this for a minute, because I think it's really cool. Everyone popping in for the meeting.
Zach, is there something here that you want to check out? We need to be at the community center by 1500 today. Just think of talking in front of all those people.
There's Polly.
It's going to get fun.
Rolling in. Oh shit. Fiona! Nearly running me over. Excuse me, what do you have to say for yourself? It is kind of funny the way they all just, oh, I can't talk to her. Everyone's waiting. They're not, in fact, waiting yet. Ooh, he is a nice car. He is a doctor, I guess. So to wait 10 minutes, 10 in-game minutes. We may as well just let them pass, actually. We may as well just let them pass. I don't think it's worth wasting a smoke over. This bit in the game though is phenomenal. It's really, really, really phenomenal. It's where you get to meet all the characters, pretty much everyone in the town. The whole thing really comes alive at that point. You see characters you haven't met yet. You kind of get a bit more context for ones you have. The whole thing really comes together at this point in the game. It's really, 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 it's really strong. Really, really strong part of the game. May as well get into the car as well, because I'm pretty sure we need to drive into the circle to kick this off when it's time. Look at that little detail as well. I see Harry has a limo, which is a nice little touch as well. Hey Soups, how are you? Verico playing DP. Yeah, we're doing the whole thing in one run, so it's going to be a doozy of a stream. Soups there, another streamer friend who you all should be checking out. So we're doing the epic thing where it has to be a certain time, so we just need to wait 3 minutes. 3 in-game minutes, which are shorter than actual minutes. Oh, of course, Soups, of course. Make sure I'm not doing that, Soups. No. I did the bone thing instead. I know what that gives you. I've done this. I prefer the Magnum. There we are. It's time. Yeah, I've just finished getting all the bones, so there's no point to doing both.
Greenvale Community Center. Now that's an impressive building. The clock tower is impressive too.
So this is the town meeting. This is the best bit of the game for me, just where you get to meet everyone. So many interesting characters.
Zach, I haven't been on stage like this since elementary school. I'm not some tree in the wind this time either. Well, that was a tough role. I was a piece of scenery. Bright red tree.
Thank you all for coming today.
I love how none of them can use a mic as well.
Get right down to business. Agent Morgan from the Federal Bureau of Investigations wishes to speak with you.
Good afternoon. I'm Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Some of you are already aware by now of the tragic murder of Anna Graham. Truly a heinous, terrible crime. I've come to this town to solve the murder of this young, beautiful girl, and to bring the one responsible to justice. Unfortunately, incidents like these have a tendency to happen again. I asked to have you gathered here so I can share some advice in order to minimize the risk of further fatal incidents. Firstly, please, stay away from any dark, dangerous, isolated places. Those of you with children, especially of Anna's age, please. Secondly, avoid going out when it is raining. Now, I've heard the folklore story of the raincoat killer. There is a chance that the murderer is mimicking the story. Women should also be especially careful. I would hate to see more victims.
There she is. Miss Stiletto Heels.
Who's the fashionably late one?
That's Carol, Thomas's sister. She owns a bar.
Excuse me. So, as I have said, avoid going outside when it is raining. Young women should be especially careful. Report anything or anyone suspicious immediately. The murderer will be caught and brought to justice. But you must all remain on guard until we do so. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Here's Harry. Oh, he's going to make an address as well, is he? I suppose he does.
When paying for our sins, we must not frown. The loss of Anna was for that debt.
You're doing two after this? No, I don't think so.
When purple fog covers our town, we'll all wander in hell, I fret. So says Mr. Stewart.
Two was all right, but it just didn't hit me the same way this one did.
Thunder.
Well then, Zach, let's ask some questions before all these guys leave.
No, it just isn't. It just isn't the same. It's still a very fun game.
Agent Morgan, here's your chance to get to know some of the townsfolk. Don't let it go to waste.
Okay. So pretty much we just wander around and talk to everyone. Perfect game. 10 out of 10
Agent
perfect.
York, your words really made me think about Anna's
10 out of
death
10
again.
perfection, actually. It's on the
How
box.
could one do such a terrible thing? I'm still in shock.
Thomas, I forgot to ask. You don't have a tattoo on your back, do you?
Tattoo? I do.
No,
actually.
same soups. I always
Could
would
you
put it in
show
my
it to
top
me,
5
please?
games.
What?
Always.
Now? Here?
Yes, please. This is vital for our investigation.
It's just such a unique, fun, wacky game.
Okay. If it's gonna help you any.
Well, I'm wondering who G is now, but aside from that,
Did it tell you anything?
it told me that you didn't kill Anna.
Of course not. What are you saying?
You ought to see that tattoo, Zach. A big heart with an arrow through it and Love G in the center.
I don't know when he got that done, but we've all been through the 80s.
I can't believe you thought I was a suspect, Agent York. I'm still in shock.
Everyone's a suspect. Everyone's a suspect until we rule them out.
Quite a performance. Mysterious and very poetic. But I don't think many of your audience appreciated it.
Mr. Francis York Morgan. The purple fog appears with rain, soiling and ruining our town. The evil does not drain. Find out why the town is soiled. Remove the source from which it boiled. Then and only then your case is solved. But for this to happen, to solve the crime, the proper must do the proper at the proper time. It is not yet mine, that is, Mr. Stewart's time, not mine. But if you, Mr. York, find the right timing to chat with me, that is, with Mr. Stewart. See, so says Mr. Stewart.
So, Harry, you know something. But there's some reason why you can't tell me yet. Is that what you're trying to say?
Cut the poetic rubbish, Harry, and tell us what you know. We can force you to talk, you know.
I love George.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, pay close attention to the signs, the omens, and the premonitions. Small they may be, they still are finds, and helpful to your investigations. So says Mr. Stewart.
Thanks for the warning, Harry. But don't worry. Me and Zach, we know what we're doing.
There we go. You know what we're doing. What have we got here? Coffee. We'll take it. Even York. York is ruled out because he wasn't in town when the murder happened. It captures it really well.
York, are you finished asking questions yet? When you're done, let me know. We'll all get dinner.
Okay, is there anyone else here? There's something I liked about this game as well was nearly everyone is a named character.
Good evening, Agent.
Brian the Insomniac, Gravekeeper. Dodgy as hell.
Good evening, Mr.
Brian, the Gravekeeper. Brian.
Mr. Brian. I like the retro look. Auditioning for Little Grave on the Prairie?
Anna. Oh, she was so beautiful. Too soon. Too soon to go to the grave. So sad. So sad.
I totally agree. That's why I'm here, looking for the one who did it. Were you close to her?
Anna, her smile, so warm. Anna, blonde hair, so bright.
There's a graveyard somewhere in town, Zach. I'm not excited about the idea, but maybe we should at least check it out.
So this is interesting as well because it serves like function in the game as well. It points you towards a lot of the side stuff. Just after release, I figure it was like maybe a year or two after release. It wasn't. I don't think I played it right on release, but a bit after.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
So Anna was killed. But why does that bring the FBI here?
I have an interest in murder cases involving young women.
Well, you know, man, this might just be another case to you. But it means the death of a friend to me. I don't want you taking this lightly like it's just another case.
I never take anything of this nature lightly, I assure you. I'm here to apprehend the perpetrator who did this.
Yeah, because local enforcement can't shine their own boots, right?
Good point. You can't always count on the
Yeah,
police.
pretty much, Shadley. Pretty much.
But that doesn't mean you're going to capture the perpetrator yourself.
I just love running through it.
I memorized the name of every citizen before arriving in town. I also know about you and your significant other.
You mean Becky?
Don't underestimate the FBI. We know and see everything.
I'm sorry if I was a little harsh. I want to help, I do. Okay?
Okay, Zach, I'll tell you how I knew his name. He's got a small Q on his hat. That was the only name beginning with Q that I could think of. He was even kind enough to tell us his girlfriend's name. I can read him like a book, Zach.
Deductive reasoning.
You're York, right? I'm Richard Dunn, the owner of the Darts Bar, Swery 65.
Swery is, of course, the game developer.
How'd you like the town?
Oh, it's great. Aside from the murder that happened here.
Yep. Murder just doesn't fit with a small town like ours.
Well, Richard, I'll have to correct you on that. Crimes don't care about size. Big town, small town, just isn't a factor.
I guess you're right.
So, how did you know Anna?
I've known her since she was a child. She was the same age as my son. You know, she always stood out, being pretty and all, just like her mother, Sally.
What do you know about Sally?
Well, I went all through school with her right here in town. I never thought our children would be the same age.
I don't see her here today.
Ah, well, see, she lost her husband, and this time it's her daughter. She's at home right now, trying to make peace with it all.
You seem to know a lot. How long have you been in love with her?
Hey, don't go there. That scar of yours tells me you got your hands full too, right? Let's not dive into personal matters. It'll be better for you and me.
You're right, Richard. Collecting gossip won't help with the matter at hand.
Whole new meaning now when I see someone with Q under hat. Yeah, I wouldn't jump to that conclusion myself either, but maybe that's why I'm not a special FBI agent. Cigarettes will... Oh, I can't carry any more of them. I'll put them in the toolbox, so... Honorary FBI agent. I wish. Oh no, I don't know if I do wish.
What do you mean?
Wouldn't be fun work.
Are you saying she was killed because she was an airhead? Or are you saying that she was an airhead for being killed?
I'm sure she's still an airhead, even in heaven. She changed her hair every day. If she lost a pound, she'd be ecstatic. Gain one, and she'd almost be in tears. She broke many, many plates every day at the diner, and she'd always have a smile on her face. Always having fun. Everyone looked at her and knew she was a cute, adorable, loving airhead. But they would be smiling right along with her. I wouldn't be surprised if the angels smiled with her too.
She's such a weird looking character model.
Isaac and
Hey Swifter, how are you?
Anna was a fairy of the forest. A goddess.
The way she goes. Okay, let's talk to the general. Picked up the goofiest of the Yakuza games, the zombie one? I don't know which one is the goofiest.
FBI agent, are you?
I've only played Yakuza 0 so far.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
I'm the general. I fought for my country in the Vietnam War.
Yeah, there's a zombie one. It's like a spin-off one or
So
something.
why are you living here?
Soldier, this is my hometown. After a man returns from war, there's no place to go other than his hometown. Your little speech, you mentioned the raincoat killer.
Oh, you meant like a dragon?
Problem?
I've a long way to go before I get to that.
The
Long
raincoat
way.
killer's no myth, not mere folklore, not a fairy tale. It's based on actual events that happened in this town.
It is. I'm interested. Can you tell me more about this?
You kids today don't even know how to ask for something right. Soldier, if you want to hear more, you come to my office.
He literally exudes raw power, Zach. Despite the credibility issues, we should give him a visit.
One thing, though. Calls himself a general, but isn't that a sergeant's uniform?
Alright.
Are you getting closer to catching the murderer?
Hello again, Fiona. Good to see you here.
They're
Well,
phenomenal
Dr.
games. Or
Johnson
Zero is
told me to
anyway.
be here.
Zero is a lot
He
of
said
fun.
it would be important.
Well, that was good advice. He may be young, but he seems like a wise man.
Oh, and he's a very hard-working person, too. Everyone thinks he's some kind of weirdo, but I don't think so at all. People don't understand why he's in the autopsy room all day. But I do. He's doing research to make the world a better place in the future. You know, he already made a fortune in LA with his career.
I did not know that.
You didn't? Oh, the doctor is a very rich man. He has a really big house over by the lake.
Amazing, Zach. You must be loaded. Rich and young. A perfect combination.
But you don't get that feeling from him at all, do you? He doesn't show it. That's one of the things I like best about him.
Well, I could have been fooled if it weren't for you. Thanks for the valuable information, Fiona.
Yeah, I've heard that it's an interesting interesting place for them to take the series to turn-based. Be curious to see how that works out when I get that far.
Agent York, you make any progress?
Of course, plenty. Tell me, Usha, when is Anna's funeral?
This is the best game
Still
ever,
on Sally.
Swifter.
Sally
Possibly,
isn't really in any condition
legitimately in my
right
top
now.
5 of all time.
Her
It's
mother?
wonderful.
don't
I
see
love
her
it.
here.
It's very quirky though.
Anna was her sole reason for living after her husband was deceased. Well, she's probably huddled up at home.
And I should probably take some time to pay her a visit.
Well, yes, you should. And I'd appreciate it if you could, too. But don't go too hard on her, okay?
Alrighty. That's them spoken to. Gina and Jack down there. Lily and Keith, we know. Okay, yeah, let's talk to these. A-Train!
I'm U.S. Special Agent Francis York Morgan. And you are?
Olivia, Nick's wife?
Nobody is safe. How are you, A-Train?
Anna worked at your husband's diner, right? What kind of girl was she?
Well, she was a very hard worker. A nice girl.
Did you ever see her acting strange?
Well, not really. But there was one thing. Well, you see, the diner closes when it rains. Many shops do that around here, as you might have heard. Anyway, Anna always seemed unfocused the day after it rained. And came in late, too. It was almost as if she used up all her energy the day before. Come to think of it, that was really strange. Did that legendary monster really kill her?
It wasn't a monster. Just a criminal. Criminal I'm going to catch and bring to justice.
Ordered 2 items from eBay. Ooh. It's a different item. Good, good, good. Was it? Yeah, A-Train. The last time I was working, I think I had zoomed away from Twitch and probably didn't check it for about half an hour, 3/4 of an hour, or something like that. Maybe even an hour. I don't know. Was doing work things. I checked back and A-Train has gifted me subs in 2 different streams. Like, god damn it, A-Train. God damn it, A-Train. But A-Train is very generous. And do you know what A-Train is as well as being generous? A phenomenal streamer who you all should go follow.
I'm U.S. Special Agent Francis York Morgan. I presume you are the owner of the diner that Anna worked at?
That's right.
I'd like to ask you a few questions about Anna Graham. Did you notice anything strange about her prior to the incident? Nick, are you hiding something?
Look at your spirit as well. You can see it beginning to come in.
You sure?
I'm sorry, but I don't like repeating myself.
Support my friends. Indeed, A-Train is very generous. Generous to a fault.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, call me York.
Wesley, owner of the gun store called Panda Bear. People around here call me the gunsmith. Was there something you want to ask me?
How do you make a living running a gun store in a place like this? I'd be worried because there can't be that many customers.
Worry gives a small thing a big shadow. I do gunsmith work in my shop, too. If you got the skills, the customers find you. All you need is a network.
I hope so.
Here's what I got. Official FBI submachine gun. Attack very low and some other nonsense. Finish. We're not going to be using that anyway.
You've got quite a selection here.
We're going to be
No
using our
wonder people
Magnum.
come from all around.
Even today, a customer paid me to go to Seattle for some help. I just got back.
I see. Well, I'll be sure to visit your store sometime. I'd like for you to take a look at my gun.
Understood. Look forward to it. The shop will be open again tomorrow. It's usually open from 2000 to 0600. See you then.
It's very strange hours for a gun shop. Middle of the night.
Hey, Lily.
Agent York, your speech frightened some of us a little. You should work on being more sensitive with words when talking to groups.
Really? I tried my best to be gentle. So, have you noticed anything strange or out of place recently?
Just Becky, really. She works part-time at the store. She's been acting strange recently.
Strange. How?
I took the boys along to visit her house today. I was just worried, you know, because she hasn't come into work at all after that incident. But she took in the boys and told me to wait outside. Something about a special secret between just the three of them. I just couldn't understand it.
Now that's interesting. Thank you, Lily. Perhaps we should give Becky a visit tomorrow, Zach.
So another interesting little detail. We met those characters already, but you don't have to meet them. The dialogue is different. The dialogue is different for every character, actually. The general gist of it is just the same, but depending on whether you've met them or not already, it's different. Which I think is another cool little touch.
You were rocking it large up there.
Was I? I haven't been on stage like that since elementary school.
You made me think, man, like, things can't go on like this. We need, like, some action or something. I was pretty psyched up, you know, before you got on stage. I was like, dude, a real psycho in town. Pretty sweet gig. But now, I mean, dude, that lunatic could be any one of us, man. I don't want to think of that whack job coming after my family. Makes me shudder all over, man. It was way too heavy. You'll catch him, right, FBI?
Of course. But you need to be able to take care of those you love, too.
You're right, man. Right on the level. I need to do what's right for my family, man. You lit my soul, man. Thanks, FBI.
Well, the thing is, all the characters are very, very different, Swifter. So some of them are just bizarre. Like this lady. She is supposed to be, though, kind of equivalent of the log lady in Twin Peaks, because this game is very heavily influenced by Twin Peaks. So she's the kind of pot lady.
Oh my pot is getting cold. Hey, mister, my pot is getting cold.
You are... who?
What are you saying? I'm Sigourney. Sigourney.
Sigourney. Okay. Now, what is the matter? Can you explain?
No time for chatting. I need to hurry. My pot is getting colder. Oh, you're useless.
Zach, we've met all sorts today, but really, she takes the cake. Amazing.
Yep. Have you ever seen Twin Peaks Swifter. If like, there's a lot of influence coming from that TV show. A lot of it is kind of references or homages,
Mr.
maybe.
Morgan, you're quite an impressive public speaker.
No, superb show.
Thank you,
Superb
Polly.
show.
You reminded me a little of a play I saw when I was younger.
What kind of play?
I'm talking about back when this place was still called the Mercury Theater. When I was young, I used to come here often with my husband. God rest his soul. We'd come on the weekend to see the latest play. He'd always pretend to be uninterested, but I could tell he was excited inside. He was just one of those kind of guys, really, thinking about it now.
Really, Polly? So what's your favorite play?
Oh, well, I like so many. There was one in particular, but I can't recall the name anymore. Oh, it was a very famous one, too.
Something by Shakespeare?
Oh.
No, definitely not that one, Adrian. Definitely not that one.
No, nothing. One more bell that doesn't ring anymore. I've always been forgetful about the plays we used to see anyway. Oh, and my husband would get angry at me for forgetting what we saw. He'd go on for hours retelling what the play was about. His eyes were so sparkling, like a happy young boy.
I see. So, what's your favorite play?
Oh, I almost forgot, Mr. Morgan. We're going to have another guest soon. I have to get back and get things ready. Sorry for having to hurry away. I'll see you back at the hotel.
Zach, I think she could embarrass the toughest of the FBI's interrogators. She successfully avoided answering my question, Zach. Amazing.
Amazing. They have them in Texas too. Be cool to visit, I'd imagine. Let's talk to Jack.
I've nothing to say to you.
I haven't asked you anything yet, Jack.
Shut it! I might open up if you introduce me to, I don't know, a Ben Franklin or two.
Oh, what a creature. Guess there's always someone like him in every town.
Have you met my friend, Mr. Franklin?
Hello again, Agent York. How are you?
Good, thanks. And you?
Oh, I'm feeling pretty good today.
Well, that's good to hear. Do you have any information that could help me out?
Information? Sounds difficult and not my kind of conversation. Anyways, you should come by the gas stand again. I'll give you the best service in town.
Zach, perhaps you can tell me. Why did she bother coming here?
It's mighty sort. Yeah, they really are. But I think they were trying to make these like this contrasting couple that doesn't make sense.
Jim, thanks for your help in the forest. How are Isaac and Isaiah?
They're fine.
They really seem to love their grandpa.
Well, I guess they do, son. I want to keep them away from the filth of the material world as much as I can. Their mother agrees, which is why she lets me take care of them so often.
And that's why I want you to solve this case quickly and go home. Those rumors about that scar of yours do more damage than good around here.
I guess I reek of the material world, don't I? I have to, in order to do my job. But I understand what you mean. I'd think the same if I was born in a place like this, Zach.
So I think we've talked to everyone now. Yeah, there we go.
Agent Morgan, I'd like to let everyone go home now. Let's go outside.
Yeah, the game was made on a shoestring budget by a very, very small studio and team. Yes, that's the York emote. You'll probably also hear my BRB music at some point. As I said, this is a favourite of mine. Alright, so we are through that chapter.
Well then, Agent York, do you have any plans for this evening?
I was going to head back to the hotel and go over my notes. I need to contact HQ and give a progress report, too.
Okay, then let's call it a day here.
Sounds good.
Contact my office when you finish your report. We'll pick you up tomorrow morning. Diane, the owner of the art gallery, should be back soon.
All right, then. Let's do that.
Yep, there it is.
Hold on, Agent York. We're going out to eat at Nick's Diner. Would you like to come with us?
The diner. That might be nice.
Thomas is a great cook, but Nick is the real deal. No visit to Greenvale is complete without eating at the A&G.
A very appealing proposition. Zach, what do you think?
Oh yeah,
Always
we're
go
definitely
back to the
going.
hotel after eating dinner, or go directly back to the hotel. You decide, Zach.
Let's eat with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this music. I think it's a really good tune though. The music in this game is phenomenal. It's just that there's only about 6 tracks and they use them over and
I've been
over.
sheriff here for a long time now, and this is the worst murder I've ever seen.
Our town is a little odd in some ways, but it's usually a peaceful place.
We had our fair share of cases, but just the regular stuff.
The use of the music is
Kids
bizarre
shoplifting
sometimes.
from
Sometimes they
the
use like
maybe.
really inappropriate music while
Hot-headed kids
serious
fighting
stuff is
duels on
happening.
liquor. Nothing more than that.
Agent York, what kind of cases have you dealt with in the past?
Not much different from those you've just mentioned. The case I was on until last month, well, the guy killed 7 girls in a 3-month period. He sawed their heads off from the neck and took them back to his house. He cleaned the skulls up and used them as utensils in his daily life, to eat from or as a urine cup. He hated women. That was his way of dealing with it. He'd fill skulls with ice, cola, and rum, then he'd down it in one gulp. For him, that was a holy ritual. The question of his mental state was the pivotal point in the court case.
Oh, man.
For me, he was insane.
I love this game.
100%. Drinking from the skulls, well, that is one thing. But those he had used to relieve himself, he would then just use them to drink from, too. Yeah, that was too much for me. It's just not sanitary.
Not sanitary. That's probably not the problem for most of us.
What else? Ah, yes. An ingenious law school student raped over 800 victims. That was a nasty one.
Thank you, Agent York. Now, let's talk about something else.
You don't want to hear anymore? That's a shame, isn't it, Zach? I was just about to get to the good part, too.
Sounds like you live in a totally different world. I mean, you're like an elite agent who just jumped out from a movie or something. In your eyes, we must look like we're just playing cops and robbers. I give up. I can't compete with you.
Don't say that, Emily. The cases you have solved are all full-fledged crimes. A crime is a crime. Size doesn't matter. There is no big and small. Crimes always have a criminal and a victim. No victim will ever welcome a crime, no matter what its size. So, fundamentally, there is no difference in size.
It's an interesting philosophy.
Well said, Agent Morgan. We work day and night to preserve peace and order in this town. You understand that, right?
Of course. But still, I don't view shoplifting and Anna's murder as the same level of crime.
Me neither. I never even dreamt that such a thing could ever even happen in this town. I keep on expecting to see Anna here in this diner, waiting on tables.
Excuse us, Agent Morgan. We should have made dinner a more uplifting experience. Let's call it a night.
Okay. Good night, then.
So that was interesting. That's an optional scene as well. You don't have to do it. But I like doing all them optional scenes. They really flesh out the game and characters a bit more. Okay, back to the investigation. Oh shit, it's late. Dodgy things happen at night in Greenville, so we want to be getting back. Thankfully, it's not actually too far from here to the hotel.
Nothing. Just my imagination.
Oop. Might stick to driving the Jeep actually. It seems a tad less sensitive than the other thing. So we're zooming back to the hotel. We're trucking through the story anyway. Don't remember how many chapters there is, but we're through a number of them certainly at this point. It's 20 something. As I say, we're not doing speedrun strats. We're gonna soak it all in and enjoy the story. 'Cause that's what it's all about. Okay, we made it back. Yeah, it's a very unique game, Chadley. There just isn't really anything else like it.
Okay then, Zach. Let's go back over our progress. First, the victim, Anna's death. She was found hanging from a tree in the forest.
I love this piece of music as well.
From her chest down
Another
to her
excellent
stomach.
piece of music.
That was the direct cause of death. The strangulation marks and skull fracture were caused after death. Her tongue was also bit off, and I found something inside her mouth. Do you remember what that was, Zach?
Red seed.
we found the same red seed in her mouth. According to Emily, it was raining when Anna was killed, but traces of tears were still evident on her face. Which means the perpetrator killed Anna under a roof in the lumber mill, and then carried her body into the woods after it stopped raining. We found numerous important pieces of evidence at the site of the crime. A total of 4 things. Knee prints in the grass, a wood chip with metal dust, a photo of a man with a tattoo on his back, and one other thing.
Something I'd rather do the laundry, A-Train, and I'll tell you why. Because I do not have a dishwasher, so that means that I have to hand wash everything. So doing the dishes is always a much bigger ordeal for me.
Aligning this with the other evidence suggests that 2 people came into contact with Anna's body prior to it being discovered by us. Those being the perpetrator who killed Anna and Miss Stiletto Heel. There is also the possibility that a third party carried Anna to the woods. That means
Laundry takes a lot longer though.
2 or 3 people. In any case, Miss Stiletto Heel may have vital information. We need to find her next. We didn't use forensic methods, but we're still closing in on the criminal. Have I forgotten anything? Ah, of course. The marks on her hand tell us...
Marie Kondo, what the hell is that?
She died. Do you remember that, Zach? What do you think she was holding on to?
A round object.
That's right. A round object. The marks on her hand suggest a peace mark.
So this is a very clever game mechanic as well, because it's making sure that you're aware of what's happening in the story.
These 2 could well be related. But we don't know for sure. Next, the townfolk. A few are worthy of special attention. Carol McLean, the singer and bar owner. She's Thomas's sister. Then there's Nick Cormack, the owner of the diner. Both of them seem to be hiding something. There's Diane, the owner of the art gallery, who's out of town. Then we have problematic, old, rich, and eccentric Harry. Both will be tough to crack. Well, we just have to go one by one. I've been thinking, one of the biggest rewards here is the fantastic food. Enjoying food is cultural, and yet it's also a bit uncivilized. It's interesting how good food motivates me to work harder during investigations. Oh, and on Emily's back, it was strange to me.
Like a vertical tent. I'll have to look it up more.
I wasn't getting all excited or anything, but it did make me feel strange, nostalgic, and sad almost. It's starting to rain. I think this case may take a while.
Oh god, I fucked up. I said that Carol was Miss Stiletto Heels when it's Diane. What am I thinking? You'd think I'd know this game by now. Boom. Another chapter in the books. fact, an entire episode done. We're back here in the old red room.
Are you thirsty?
You must be very thirsty.
You only take milk with your coffee?
Coffee with milk. That's all.
Who are you?
Hey, Goshik, Mad Hatter. No, I've played this lots of times. Lots of times. But we are doing the whole thing start to finish in a single sitting, though.
My name is Becky.
Anna's friend?
My name is Becky.
After your throat is quenched, you must do what you must do.
Take a sip of coffee.
Yeah, for sure. I'd put it in my top 5 favourite games of all time. It's really, really wonderful. I play it once a year.
Huh?
Chocolate chip cookie, we'll take that. Lollipop, possibly infinitely respawning. Oh no, wasn't. Okay. I guess we're moving on. But yeah, I love this game. I adore this game.
That's me.
It's me. That beard is really coming in now.
Zach, this case looks like it's directly related to us. I do not know how yet, but I do know I need some coffee.
George said he'd have someone pick us up in the parking lot. Let's get some breakfast with Polly first.
Okay. You might need to change your suit. No. Actually, we're fine. Almost done with the works. Yay, Spitfire.
Whoa there!
Did you need something?
I prefer him with the beard.
No, I was just passing by. I didn't think anybody else was
For
here.
sure, Gecko.
Polly, the door opening like that it surprised me, that's all.
I'm Kaysen, Forrest Kaysen. Nice to meet you. I travel a whole lot, you see, selling tree saplings. Just the usual salesman doing the usual road trip. Sometimes I feel, I don't know, like a jolly old bumblebee spreading pollen.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
I get it. You're the special agent Scarface that everyone's...
Special Agent Scarface? I'd need a bigger scar to live up to that name. Call me York. That's what everyone calls me.
What? You got it. York.
Is this your first visit here, then?
No, sir. Actually, I've been coming here once or twice a year for, a while now. I don't get much business here, but it sure does make a fine vacation. I mean, it's a gorgeous hotel at a bargain price. It's so relaxing in these parts, too. Oh, I just love all the nature. I feel so relaxed here.
I love the dog sound effect. It sounds like they recorded it on an old Nokia phone or something.
Hey, Willie. How you doing?
He's pretty smart, too. Oops, before I forget, let me give you this. It's just a sample of what I sell.
Thank you. How kind of you.
So, what brings the old FBI out here? Sounds like more than just a vacation.
A murder, actually. The perpetrator is still out there. Try to stay indoors at night and during the rain. We want to prevent it from happening again, okay?
Oh, it's a darn shame. Places like this used to be the safest in America.
Could I ask you something? Do you know a lot about seeds?
Seeds? Gardening, huh? You don't look like a green thumb, but let me tell you, though. I'm pretty much the only one who can make those saplings sprout. And there's a trick to it that can't really be passed on. But you know, once they sprout, you don't need to do much. You can leave it be, and why, it'll turn into a big tree no matter what happens. Kind of like those stocks that politicians buy that just keep growing and growing. Well, you just wait and see. This town is gonna love them. Right. We were just about to go take a morning stroll, so I'll get going. Good luck now with that case.
Thanks.
Zach, do you remember what the coffee said?
FK.
Forrest Kaysen.
In the coffee.
K.
This show has just begun.
Find it weird. I have great love for the sound effect, but it's just funny every time I hear it. It just sounds like it's just a really, really, really low quality recording for whatever reason. But it's very funny.
Willie, how are you doing, boy?
Hey, Willie, wait! Where are you going?
You got me, Kaysen. Willie just ran off with some bones I was carrying as evidence.
Bones?
I can't really go into the details,
Good.
but I need them.
York, that's not good. Willie loves bones. He's a dog. And carrying bones around with him is like, well, like throwing a blonde in a bikini into a boy's locker room. It's almost like you were asking for trouble. Sorry, but you're just gonna have to forget about your bones. I better run after him now. I'll see you later.
Forget about them. If I gave up that easily, then I wouldn't be a good federal agent, would I, Zach?
We're going to have to search his house, Zach.
Let's get back those precious bones.
Excellent. That is the one main bit of side content that I was eager to get doing.
Oh, hi.
Hang on. Yes. I want the suit. Always get the extra suits. Oh, and she carries better food now as well. Good to know. So let's see if we can get Kaysen before he fecks off. He's probably already gone though.
Good morning, Agent Morgan. Did you sleep well?
Morning, George. Dreamland was quite nice.
You do look well rested. Oh, I was up practically all night doing paperwork. Thomas helped me out, so I was able to go home and get some sleep, but not enough.
Diane got back into town late last night. We should give her a visit.
Which means going to the art gallery, correct?
She lives and works in the office there, so it's the only place to find her. The gallery is open from 10 to 1700.
Time for some art appreciation. A cultural activity in such a small countryside town. Amazing, Zach.
Okay, we go into the art gallery, I guess. Yeah, we'll just go there, actually. We can deal with Kaysen later.
It's called Muses Gallery. The Muses were the 9 daughters of the goddess of memory in Greek mythology.
Ah, it's just like Diane to name it that way.
Is she that intelligent a woman?
Maybe. You'll see for yourself soon enough.
Did you see how Emily reacted, Zach? I sense that this Diane is not popular among other women. I can't wait to meet her.
The gallery is on the north side of town. Take the road along the lake and go north.
Just a very, very, very odd side mission. No, if I did all the side missions, it'd end up probably being like a 40-hour stream or something. I have done them before. Some of them are worthwhile. I'll probably do 1 or 2 of the car upgrade ones, or some of the car upgrade ones anyway. And I've done the bone one to get the weapon that you get from that. But that's probably
An art gallery in such
that's
a
probably
small
going to
town.
be about it.
Am I prejudiced to think that it doesn't seem to fit?
Be focusing on the main story.
Small town has every right to enjoy art.
That's right. Small towns tend to be full of highly cultured people. Although I can't say I've ever been to the gallery myself.
George, what about you? Are you into art?
Actually, yes. I like going to the gallery. It's very relaxing there.
Really, George? I never knew that about you for all this time.
Emily, please. I'm just as cultured as everyone else.
Some people just have sides to them that you'd never expect. By the way, about Diane at the gallery. Is she the type that isn't very appreciated by other women?
What do you mean?
Exactly what it sounds like, Emily. Is she very attractive, especially to the opposite sex?
So you're asking if she's sexy, right?
Well, she does always wear high heels.
And definitely, it's hard to explain.
But that doesn't make me biased, okay? She just seems to look down on people. She always has. I just don't like people like that.
That must be because sex appeal has no effect on you.
Now that's out of line.
I'm sorry, Emily, I didn't mean to poke fun at you. You just reacted so strongly to Diane's name.
York is such a charmer.
It's like you're suggesting I'm the total opposite of her. Is that it?
Oh, Emily, that's not what anyone is suggesting. Let's just drop this conversation, okay?
I love the little conversations you get when you're driving. They're good. And it's almost like they knew that the driving was a bit shit, and they added them in to make the drives interesting. It's this one up here, I believe. Going from memory, so we get lost. We get lost. We'll get there eventually. I think we're heading more or less the right direction. Do. I still don't have a good estimate on how long this is going to take, all in all. But we're making solid progress anyway, and that's the main thing. We're 7 hours in.
I wonder if Diane has anything to do with the murder.
Diane moves on a whim and acts on impulse. We don't want her leaving town, so shut up and let's get to the gallery.
I love how George is always like, shut up and let's get to wherever we're going. Shut up and go. I'm driving as fast as I can. And then he's also like, no maniac driving. It's why I didn't get the radio, Mad Hatter, because I actually really liked the conversations. I find it a lot more entertaining.
Looks more like an old mansion than an art gallery.
Diane liked the building so much she turned it into an art gallery.
She left the exterior untouched and had the insides redone.
So she's rich.
She bought this place, didn't she? Does that answer your question?
Indeed it does. Well, George, Emily, I want to talk with Diane alone. Will you wait here for me?
Don't tell me you still don't trust us.
No, that's not it. But this is very important to me. I always make sure that I meet with the important ones, one-on-one. Otherwise, it's difficult to sense the subtle reactions of the suspect. This is just how I do things, and I'd appreciate your understanding.
But go on then. You're not going to listen to us anyway, are you?
Well then, Zach. Let's go and meet the lady.
York is kind of an ass to them a lot of the time.
Hello?
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 No reply. Let's take a look around then, Zach.
There we go. What up, Olivia?
Hello, Olivia. Do you like art?
Yes, I do. Well, I mean, I like trees.
Trees. Okay. Ah, but I see because these are all tree paintings. Do you come here often then?
Well, no. Just sometimes. I'm sorry, I really need to get back to the diner.
Zach, she was lying about something. She said trees, not paintings of trees. She doesn't need to come here to see trees. There's tons of trees outside.
Absolutely they will, Fred. What I have cooked up for myself is some cottage pie, which I'm going to be having in a while, which is basically it's basically a pie with mince, a bit of veg, and potato. It's going to be great. Oh, yeah, over there, a save point. We should look at this thing actually for a minute. The big centerpiece. Okay, on through here we go. And we don't know the code.
Zach, something is still missing. We need more clues.
That in the game? Oh, that's in real life. This stream is long, so I'm gonna need to stop and eat at some point. At least once. So, anytime I do long streams like this, I always prep. Always cook a bit of food, something to eat beforehand. It's just it just makes sense. So that I can kind of duck away and eat. It'll only take 5 minutes or less, hopefully. Wolf a bit of food into me and be good to go again for another while. Red butterflies frolicking a large tree. Okay, boom. Hang on. Dancing red butterflies, red leaves. ABC. So something 1. Still odd to have paintings of trees. Are all the paintings of trees though? I don't remember. They're of weird shit when it's different. Shall we say? Oh, potato comment was about the loading screen. I didn't pay attention to it. The loading screen, that is. Painting used to be displayed here. Okay, yeah, that's the one we found already, so we're fine. Autumn leaves. 4. So we have 4, 1, and the other one's probably in here. So they all are of trees, yeah. No, looking around, every one of them, even if they're not primarily of trees, they all have trees in them. Actually, fuck, the other one is back out front, isn't it? I didn't look at it. Six. Four, 6, 1, I think. I don't know. Fox, how are you? We're doing good. We're doing good. We're 7 hours in and trucking. We are trucking. Fox is another wonderful streamer friend. highly recommend checking out her content. There we go. Blip. Okay, that was quick enough.
Like I said, there's no point in you having this. I can put it to far better use. I'm taking it with me, okay?
That's fine by me then, as you wish.
Well, hello.
The FBI agent, right?
It's very guilty looking there. Oh, you're finished work as well, Fred. Excellent.
So there's no way you could have been at the scene of the crime.
That's right. I was drinking at the bar with Nick until early morning. I'm sure if you ask him about it, he'll say the same.
Very well. I'll be sure to do that. One other thing. That argument with Carol just now.
She's always like that. She thinks of me as an enemy, always bickering at what I say.
Is there any reason for that?
Perhaps because someone she liked ended up with me in my bed?
Well, that would explain it, yes. If I may be so bold, who was the lucky man?
Oh, I sleep with anyone I wish. Anyone I prefer to sleep with.
Very confident,
I
isn't she?
had my eye on one of them, but I don't know who it was exactly. I could sleep with you, if you like.
I'm flattered by your offer, but I don't think that would be appropriate. You're exactly the kind of woman a man in my job should never get involved with.
Isn't that a shame, darling?
Look at York, ever the professional.
I'll be frank. Right now, you are not a suspect. But both Zach and I are certainly feeling shaky about you.
If you want to remain in the clear, just watch yourself from now on.
Oh, you don't know, do you? Artists and art lovers, we love a good thrill.
Thank you for your help. I have nothing further to ask you at the moment. Goodbye.
We go, another chapter in the books. We have a long way to go though yet.
I had a chat with Diane. She said she was at the bar drinking with Nick at the time of the murder. We need to confirm her story. Let's talk to Nick at the diner.
Very well, Agent Morgan. I have to head back to the department and clear up some paperwork. Go with Emily to the A&G diner.
Okay then.
I'll show you the way. The diner's open from 9 to 2100.
9 to 9.
Just as we suspected, Zach. Diane is the key to this case. I have a feeling she will lead us right to the criminal.
Oh, would you look at who it is? Let's go to the diner. We need to talk with Nick and Olivia. I was hoping Cason's car might be here, but it doesn't seem to be. Can I take Emily's car? No. Let's switch to this one. Did they make a Resident Evil game?
Emily, do you know a man named...
It's kinda, yeah.
Jason?
I would say it's closer to Silent Hill
I know him.
in terms of those kind of vibes, but...
He always uses
But yeah,
strange
yeah, I can see it.
comparisons when he talks.
I'd like to know more about him. What does he do when he comes to town?
He's a salesman, so I guess he sells things? Maybe he comes on vacation. We haven't seen many tourists recently, but he comes pretty often.
Is that all?
Well, now that you mention it, he seems quite friendly with the Ingrams, with Isaac and Isaiah. Maybe you should ask them about Kaysen.
Okay, I will.
Oops. So was Kaysen's car actually there? No. Okay, we're going to the diner. What's my best way? This way, I figure. But yeah, they definitely, Resident Evil and Silent Hill are, I would say, games they took inspiration from.
Emily, don't you find it a bit suffocating to be around George so much?
Well, we aren't always together. And anyway, I've gotten used to him.
Impressive. Women are very adaptable.
No, it's not like that, actually. George is hard-headed, sure, but he's also a hard-working man. That's why the townsfolk trust him so much.
The very epitome of the rural sheriff.
That's right, he isn't some hotshot FBI agent. This place isn't like the city. Everyone knows everyone else.
What about you and Anna? Were you two close?
No, not close, really. I don't seem to have much in common with
Okay.
teenagers nowadays. All they talk about are boys, clothes, and accessories. I don't have much interest in any of those things.
There is a gap between a teenager and being in your 20s.
Everyone's different, that's all. Me and you, too.
Zach, I'm not liking the way this conversation is heading. Let's concentrate on driving instead.
Okay. From Twin Peaks, oh, 100%, yeah. Twin Peaks is a massive inspiration. We were talking about that earlier. The pot lady being like the log lady. York loving his coffee. Just some of the general. There's a lot of nods to it. You see loads and loads and loads of them as you go through it. My thought on him being there but his truck not being there is that the game probably has him cycling around on his regular schedule, but he's just there for the cutscene. Twin Peaks is 100% worth a watch, Fox. I'd have no problem recommending that. No problem at all. Particularly the first season. I think the first season is absolutely phenomenal. But if you watch the first season, you're going to watch it all.
Let's just focus on getting to the diner and cut the chit-chat.
Emily doesn't want to talk to York anymore. Oh, York, you smoothie. Actually, it doesn't really matter which road we take down, but let's take this one, because why the hell not? Kaysen might actually be at the diner now. I think that's... memory serves me correctly, that's where he might be around this time. Yeah, Twin Peaks, what a show. What a show that was. The main character of it as well is Agent Dale Cooper, probably one of, I would say, the most suave characters you'd see in any TV show. Just exudes charm, class, likability. Just everything is just perfect.
Let's just focus on getting to the diner and cut the chit-chat.
Very handsome boy as well. It's a young Kyle MacLachlan who you might recognise from other things. I think it starts out in a way that that is very approachable to anyone, but it kind of... Oh, what kind of driving is that, you fuck? It goes pretty David Lynch. Same, Chadley, same. I haven't rewatched it in a while.
The A and G.
I'm sorry, I hit the mic there. That's probably sounds dreadful.
Any ideas, Emily?
Nope, I don't know either.
Air and gravity, perhaps? Access and games? Aliens and Godzilla? Who knows?
Is it important to know? I mean, why don't you just ask Nick?
Oh, I will. But first, I need to eat. Wonder what's good here.
Welcome, Mr. Agent.
Hi, Olivia.
Mr. Agent.
Let me have your special for today. And some fresh coffee.
Our special today is turkey. A turkey and gravy sandwich. Sound good?
Perfect. Emily, you eat something too. It'll be on the FBI.
Okay then, I'll go all out. I'll have the T-bone steak. I usually can't order it because it's a little too expensive.
Good old Emily going for the steak.
Mrs. Olivia Cormack, I am here for Mr. Stewart's lunch.
This whole scene is wonderful.
If he's ready, I'd thank you a bunch.
Yes, of course. Just a moment. Here you go. The usual. 1 turkey, strawberry jam, and cereal sandwich.
Sounds like the sinner's sandwich. Self-inflicted punishment to atone for past sins. He's setting an example.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, you should try this wonderful lunch. It's more than a delicious, tasty crunch. So says Mr. Stewart.
No, that's fine. I've just ordered my own lunch.
Eat the sandwich, York.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, that is, Mr. Stewart's order is delicious, I should mention. And Mr. Nick Cormack is a genius for creating this perfection. So says Mr. Stewart.
Still, I have a hunch I might not like it. You sure that sandwich is that good?
Mr. Francis York Morgan, making decisions based on intuitions is always a sign of bad FBI agents. So says Mr. Stewart.
Harry, you're right. I'll give it a try.
Here we go.
I can't believe it. This is fantastic. It's really good. Olivia, I'm sorry, but can I change my order? I'll have what Harry is having.
Everyone just like, ah. Turkey, strawberry jam, and cereal in a sandwich.
Nick and Diane. They hardly make the perfect couple, do they? Is it widely known that they go drinking together, just the two of them?
To be honest, I don't pay attention to these things.
Not into local gossip?
Well, when I moved here, I was still in high school, and I kept wearing the same wild clothes from my school in Seattle. I was young back then. And before I knew it, there were rumors all over the school. She'll screw anyone. That's what they said. Totally unfounded, of course. Anyway, after that, I just sort of chose not to really trust gossip.
I get where you're coming from. I used to dress like a hardcore punk rocker when I was in high school.
This again. Can you just imagine York as a punk rocker?
Punk rocker?
Nobody took my side, even when I had good grades. People rejected me just because of what I wore. I was young back then, too.
Even still, I just don't see you as a punk rocker.
And you laugh? Look at you. With no makeup on, dressed in uniform, eating a steak for lunch. Okay, back to work. Let's talk to Nick.
Phenomenal. And a free food top-up as well, which is always welcome. There's our coffee trading card. I have gotten all the cards and things in previous playthroughs. There's a lot of wacky side content out of it. Diane claimed to be drinking with Nick on the day of the murder. I wonder what Olivia was doing then. Let's talk to Olivia then. I was wondering if you could tell me what the A&G stands for. Okay. Apple and gravy. My husband has always been proud of his special gravy made with applesauce. So when we were setting this place up, we used it in the name. Nick's father suggested that we put something we're proud of in the name. Well, that's one burning question answered. I'd like to ask you a little about Nick too. A little is okay. Like what? Oh, nothing major, just a few things about him and Diane. Yeah. Ask the wife about the other woman he spends time with. That's going to be good. Oh no, Spitfire. I hope Agent Francis Pork Morgan is alright. Let's talk to Nick. What's up? Could you tell us what you were doing the night Anna was killed? I was at the bar with Diane. What did you two talk about, Nick? Rembrandt and Turner. Is that a problem? Nope. No problem. If you think Diane did it, you're wrong. No, that's not it. Oh, so it's me you're after, isn't it? You're wrong again. So much for the FBI, huh? That isn't the case either, Nick. I think there's something both of you are hiding. You can tell when people are hiding something by their reactions. Eye, tongue, hand movements, sweat, dry lips, neck angles and such. I'm working here. If you aren't ordering anything, get out. That went well. Don't make me say the same thing twice. Okay. Francis Port Morgan is bacon. Let's see what Olivia has to say.
There's something I'd like to confirm with you, Olivia, if that's okay.
Yes. Well, so long as it doesn't take too long.
It's weird that that scene with
First,
Nick wasn't voice
what were
acted.
you and Nick doing on the night of the murder?
I was here in the diner. Nick said he was going to the bar for a couple of drinks.
Does he go to the bar often? Leaving you to hold up the fort?
Yes. He says he enjoys the conversation with Diane. I thought they went drinking again together that night.
Do the three of you ever go drinking together?
Well, you see, I'm really not into art.
And your husband is well versed in the arts then, I take it.
Oh, yes. Looking at art and talking about it is his way of relaxing.
People just aren't what they seem. Like a certain someone who was into punk rock 10 years ago.
You are absolutely right, Emily. But you can be an art lover and a liar at the same time. One more thing, Olivia. You just said that you aren't interested in art.
That's right. And...
So
We did see her at the gallery.
How come I bumped into you at the art gallery? Didn't seem like Nick brought you there. You were there alone.
Well, I like trees, is the thing. That's why I went there.
Surely you'd be better off in the forest rather than an art gallery then. I think you went to the gallery not to see trees, but to see Diane, right? You don't want to answer? Or perhaps this isn't the right place to ask.
Meet me in the backyard. You can get there from the parking lot. I'll wait for you there for an hour after we close up.
Okay, we acquired key to
They
backyard.
close at 2100. Should we get something to drink and wait?
Yeah, sorry about your saves before. It's annoying when that happens in any game.
Agent York, what do we do now?
I want to hear what Olivia has to say. Let's kill time until the diner closes.
Okay, then I'm gonna make a trip back to the department. I'll see you in the backyard later.
Okay, sounds good.
See you later then.
Cool. Now would be a good time to find Kaysen if we can.
I presume she wants to tell us something about Nick and Diane. Let's hope it's not just something for the gossip columns.
I thought Kaysen tends to be around here at this time though. 10 AM. Let's see where he is. He might be at the hotel. No, there he is. He is en route. So I'm pretty sure he's actually coming here, so he might just chill out for a second and let him make his way over. I think he's en route right now. It might be 11 that he gets here for. Or probably quicker than that actually if he's on the way now. They don't drive that slowly. We can go get that card if we're just fucking around for a minute. Or we can try. So I know another place he goes is to the park, and that's quite a... well, not quite a trip, it's a bit of a trip. Yep. Oh, he's still there, he hasn't moved at all. Fuck it, let's just go up to him and follow him. Go make dinner. Cool, Fred. I hope it turns out tasty, whatever it is. So hang on, it is this way. He's just stopped there. If he stopped there, I'll happily nab it out, but I'd say he'll move when we'll go up with him.
Zach, don't you think there are a lot of good-looking women in this town?
It's like heaven compared to the town we grew up in. Do you remember Liz? Prom queen? Elizabeth Scott Moore. She could be royalty with a name like that. But you know, she was like an actress from a B-movie, wasn't she? Bleached blonde hair, too much makeup, clothes showed off her cleavage, and that mole by her mouth.
Say, Zach, were you with me back then?
You know, that mole was made with makeup, right? We happened to be on the same bus once. I saw her drawing it on with makeup. I wasn't surprised, I guess. Just impressed that she would go that far to create that image. Do you remember that movie we went to go see that day? I'll give you a hint. It was the fourth in a popular series, and was produced by Menahem Golan's Canon Films.
Figured
Okay.
it out, Zach?
Fox, thanks for the lurk. I appreciate you.
Think it over there. Call
Nog,
Jack.
how are you?
Until next time.
Doing good. We're coming up on 8 hours in, actually. Made a lot of progress. So I think he was just stuck on the map or something, so going up to him made him move. He does, he definitely does spend some time with Polly, yes, you're right. You're right, Hatter. 100% does. Oh, I was right. He's going in there. That's perfect. Been busy, yeah. You're doing car hunting and all sorts of shenanigans at the moment.
Zach, I'm glad I don't need a warrant to search a doghouse.
Here's all our bones back. And a little something extra, probably. Yeah, it's going good, Nog. It's going good. I'm pretty confident we'll make it through.
Looks like we've picked up a little bonus, too. We'll have to give Willie something to make up for this another time.
Oh, an infinite magnum. That might be useful. So my move here is going to be to smoke. What's in my inventory food-wise? Nothing. So we need it to be 9 PM. I think we'll smoke up until around 6. Go grab something to eat in the diner to top up our health. Or not health, food meter. And then maybe smoke until 9. Actually, we'll go till 7. 8? Yeah, let's go till 8 actually. Once the diner's open, we're good. I think if I get too hungry though, it'll kick me out of it. Yeah, there we go. Oh shit, hungry and tired. Fuck. Should have seen that coming. That'll help a little. We'll get more stuff in here if we can.
Meet me in the backyard. You can get there from the parking lot. I'll wait for you there for an hour after we close up.
Oh shit, can I not buy food? Fuck, I forgot that it possibly won't let me. Not good. There goes that plan.
Meet me in the backyard. You can get there from the parking lot. I'll wait for you there for an hour after we close up.
Yeah, we'll just pop to somewhere else nearby. It's not a huge problem. Okay, whoa, 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 whoa. Calm down, menu. Galaxy of Tour. Do they do food? I wonder. I think we'll get something, yeah. I'm pretty sure they do some stuff. Oh yeah, we've time aplenty. The time moves really slowly in this game. Do, 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 do.
To recap, the movie was the fourth sequel in a series that started in 1978.
That's right, Zach. It was Superman 4, The Quest for Peace.
That's York, let
Lex
York
Luthor
finish his
was in it.
monologue.
It was played by Gene Hackman. That alone made it a must for all us fans. I don't remember much more about it, though. I'm sure there was more trivia about it. Still forget 4. Richard Donner directing 1 and 2. Now those two were great movies. And Christopher Reeve really shined as Superman.
Actually, Zach, I've got a confession to make.
Promise not to tell anyone because I'd be really embarrassed. I actually like the first 2 Superman movies more than the first 2 Star Wars movies. I think John Williams did a better job with the theme song for Superman. But whenever I try to hum it, it always turns into the Star Wars song somewhere along the way.
I know it's strange, Zach. I know. So, Zach, which Richard Donner film do you like the best?
No need to hurry. Take some time and think it over.
So I have a confession to make. Dean Cain is probably my favourite Superman. Not because of the quality of the show or anything, but I just think he looked the part the most. Let's get that card. Why not? Probably shouldn't... What? Oh. So we need to go that way. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Hello?
Thomas, you work as a bartender at night? Yes, well, it's my sister's bar, but she can't do everything by herself. How's business? I don't think a bar would do very well if they had an officer in uniform behind the bar. That's just me. Still finding it hard to work. I feel so sad. Everyone deals with grief differently, that's all. Don't worry about it too much. How about making a cocktail for me? Of course. Make something extra special for you. So bye. Moderate amount. What will we get? We'll get a gin and tonic anyway. Oh yeah, that did the business. I think we will get oyster stew. It's actually very cheap as well compared to some of the other items in the game. Other places you can go. Let's get, in honor of Fox who is lurking, we'll get pancakes. They're not bacon pancakes, but they will do the trick. We'll get an Exorcist, a tequila-based cocktail. That one's for CK. Oh, we need more food. Pancakes. We'll get pizza for Arbus. We're hitting all the all of people's favorite food groups. There we are. We're well sorted now. It's kind of funny that alcohol would make you more awake, because, well, it does for a while, but then later on it's going to make you extra fucking sleepy. Alright. We are well sorted. Hang on. Why am I going that way? So we'll do this, and then all this talk of food. I think I might grab some food shortly as well. No.
Every single one. Goonies, Lost Boys, the Lethal Weapon series.
The Lethal Weapon series.
To be Lady Hawk. That was back in 1985. Same
Lady
year as
Hawk.
Goonies. Both Rutger Hauer and Michelle Pfeiffer really shine in that one. But more than anything, it's the story setting that was really good. A love story about a cursed knight that changes into a wolf at night, and a cursed maiden that changes into a hawk during the day.
I've never seen that film.
Very romantic. Don't you think so, Zach?
Sounds awesome, though.
They can only be together at dusk, right between day and night. Together as humans for only a brief moment. Perfect setting for a fantasy movie.
I just had a thought, Zach.
I really like those movies that have women changing into animals. Can you tell which movie I just remembered?
That's right, Zach. With Nastasia Kinski in the lead role.
Species?
Oh, that was a fantastic movie. But I better concentrate on driving. We'll finish this later.
Okay, back to smoking. We don't have very long. Actually, let me check the time before I do it. 21 to 22, yep. That's fine. So we're not moving the clock forward a crazy amount. That'll do it. Affected. Oh shit, there's Nick. You shouldn't be here.
Huh?
What are you looking at? I need you to get out of the way of, there we go. The coffee kind of works like that. Kind of. Turns out it slows your tiredness rate for a while as well. There's Emily. There's Olivia. The gang's all here now.
Well then, Olivia, talk to me.
Yes. In the beginning, Nick only went to the gallery during the day, but he went so often at some point he became friendly with Diane. They started going out drinking together, and now he doesn't come home until early morning. He always says that they were only drinking when I ask. He blames me for not being able to talk about Turner and Rembrandt, which of course I can't, can I? So what can I say? Finally, I couldn't take it anymore, so I followed him. He did go to the bar, to start with. Diane was there too, but the real problem is where they go to next, right? So I waited outside the bar to see where they might go. And they eventually left the bar and headed for the art gallery. But it was already early morning, but it was still dark. Just before going inside, Diane turned around. It should have been too dark to see me, but I swear, her eyes looked right at me. They seemed to flash for a moment. I was so rattled that I left and went home. The next day, Anna was found dead. I didn't know what to do.
Poor Olivia.
I went to the gallery to talk with Diane about it, to confront her. But once I was there, I couldn't find the courage to go through with it. Then I saw you there, and I just felt I had to go home. Nick has been seeing Diane every night recently. He just left for tonight, too. I really don't know what to do.
York, we ought to take Nick in for questioning.
No, not yet. This alone isn't enough.
Emily, answer me.
This is Emily. Agent York is with me, too.
I've just received word from Thomas at the Sheriff's Department. Something has happened at Becky's house. He was called in by Quint, but he wasn't making any sense. We have no further details. I've sent Thomas over there. Can you go back him up?
Yes, sir.
One other thing. It sounded like he said, Raincoat Killer. This may well be related to the murder case. Take all due precautions.
No! It couldn't be! Nick? Oh, please, no! What can I do? Nick! Oh,
Olivia,
There's the
calm
rain.
down.
Emily, take care of Olivia. I'm heading over to Becky's.
She lives in the big house over by the lake. Hurry!
I just hope this isn't anything serious. Damn it, Zach. We may have screwed up during the investigation.
Okay. On that cliffhanger, I'm going to take a little break. Shouldn't be too long, 5 minutes, maybe a little bit longer than that. But I'm just gonna quickly grab some food for myself. I'll be back in a moment though, and we will continue. So see you all real soon, and we'll keep going with more and indeed all of Deadly Premonition. So see you in a little bit.
Becky.